Recent major announcements from Russia and India have the potential to alter the course of international shipping. A new mega-shipping route that will revolutionize goods transportation between Asia and Europe has been created by the two countries working together. According to experts, this new shipping route will have a significant impact on the global economy by offering a quicker and more affordable way to transport goods between the two continents, Russia and India. Being a pioneer, this exciting development will undoubtedly draw attention from around the world. Let's talk about the brand new, extremely large shipping route that Russia has established in India today, since it will revolutionize global trade. Hello and welcome to Start Early to Fail Early YouTube channel. We hope you're excited for today's content. If you enjoy what you see, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more great content and reach a wider audience. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Alexei Chekunkov, Russia's Minister for Development of the Far East and Antarctic, stated that he wants to ensure that goods can be transported safely and effectively using ports from both countries. India and Russia have always wanted to increase the use of the Northern Sea shipping route through the Arctic Ocean. They plan to build processing facilities and improve the transportation of goods along the route. According to Chekunkov, shipping a container from Vladivostok to India is 33% less expensive than shipping one from Moscow. So Russia wants to develop the Northern Sea route into a major shipping route that connects the east to Asia and the west through its northern coastline. Additionally, Russia has significantly invested in the infrastructure of the region to achieve this goal. Due to the thick ice, the Northern Sea route cannot be used in the winter. However, Moscow intends to change this by enabling year-round shipping, which is encouraged by the Arctic. A swarming India just overtook China as the largest consumer of Russian oil. In fact, Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Novak revealed that Russian oil supplies to India increased 22 times last year. Novak also suggested that Russia prioritize increasing its energy exports to friendly nations, noting that in 2022, energy revenues will account for 42% of the nation's federal budget. Finally, Novak said that Russia's energy sector is resilient despite the challenges posed by Western sanctions. The Far Eastern Shipping Company, also known as FESCO, established a new shipping route that runs straight from Novorossiysk on Russia's Black Sea coast to Mumbai on India's west coast. The FESCO Indian Line, according to FESCO, it travels from Novorossiysk to Amber in Turkey first, before arriving at Navashiva in Mundra, India. His food products, cellulose polymer materials, and other items are the main cargoes transported via this route. They also accept hazardous materials for shipping. Navashiva and Mundra are parts of Mumbai. Port Complex Novorossiysk is the largest regional port serving the Black Sea and is located on the Russian side of the sea. It manages sea trade between Russia and regions like Asia and is a part of the Moscow Stock Exchange. Africa and the Middle East, Southern America, and the Mediterranean, the Caspian Pipeline Consortium's projects, pipeline from Tengiz field terminates in Novorossiysk, the busiest oil port on the Black Sea. The city relies on its industrial sector, which includes the production of steel, food, metal goods, and other goods. Additionally, the region has a large number of limestone quarries that supply vital materials to cement factories in and around the city. Customers can also use Russia's Vladivostok port on the eastern Pacific seaboard to ship to and from Mumbai's Navashiva port. FESCO is a significant business in Russia that operates sports rail and logistics businesses. A new service with 2 departures per week connecting Novorossiysk to Mumbai that takes approximately 25 days is now available. They have over 10,000 well cars and move over 130 containers. Most of the 23 ships in the group sail on their own marine lines. The company has launched a new route due to the growing Russian-Indian trade. The market is expanding beyond energy to include markets for agriculture and consumer goods. Iran also developed new shipping routes in 2022 that link Southeast Asia with India. In order to avoid Western sanctions on Russia, the Islamic Republic of Iran shipping is assisting in the transportation of Russian goods to India via the International North-South Transport Corridor, which passes via several nations. Our Isle is using this corridor to transport goods as part of its network expansion efforts. In June, this corridor will begin shipping containers of wood laminate sheets from St. Petersburg to Navashiva port in India after the INSEE just completed a trial phase and went into operation. The shipment traveled from an arrogant port in southern Russia to India, stopping in Anz Valley on the Caspian Sea and Bandar Amazon along the way. The Gulf of Aden the Insti was established in 2000 to transport goods between Eastern Europe and South Asia, using a variety of transportation methods, including ships, railroads, and roads. However, because of political issues, it gradually lost popularity. However, following the conflict in Ukraine, it is once again receiving attention. A Euro Isle has contracted to transport goods from Russia to India in 300 containers, and if there is more demand, they will continue to add more containers. Meanwhile, Vladimir Putin met with the leaders of Iran and Turkey in Tehran to deepen their ties and demonstrate to the West that Moscow had allies. Additionally, the Russian company Four Warriors launched their own liner services to link their domestic ports to China and India, as most global liners have drastically reduced their operations in the nation since the invasion of Ukraine. Additionally, the Turkish shipping company Metcon Lines is now advertising a new service that connects Turkey to the Russian port of Novorossiysk through a 770 vessel. Additionally, Model must launch a container service that links India's Navashiva with Russia's Big Board of St. Petersburg. Currently, the service is provided by an unnamed 1094 TEU vessel, and it takes about 25 days to deliver. Indian companies are now choosing to use Asian currencies as a mode of payment for their Russian coal imports, according to customs documents and industry sources, surprising the world by using them instead of the US dollar to purchase coal from Russia. The intention is to avoid using the US dollar and reduce the chance of Moscow violating Western sanctions. According to customs documents, Indian steel and cement producers use the Hong Kong dollar, the yuan, the euro, and the dirham of the United Arab Emirates to buy Russian coal. Additionally, data indicates that in June, 31% of Russian coal's non-US dollar payments were made in yuan, while 28% were made in Hong Kong dollars, less than a quarter in euros, and roughly a sixth in Emirates dirhams. India has significantly increased its purchases of Russian coal and oil since the start of the conflict in Ukraine, and the Reserve Bank of India has approved using the Indian rupee for commodity payments, which is anticipated to increase bilateral trade with Russia using India's own currency. Moscow was able to avoid the effects of the sanctions as a result, and India was able to buy raw materials for less money than other nations. Traders in India stated that the US dollar is the primary currency for importing commodities, and that most of the nation's foreign exchange reserves are in dollars if they want to use a different currency. Russia is now India's third-largest gold supplier, with imports reaching a record of 203.8 million metric tons in March. Some traders in India and Europe anticipate using non-dollar currencies more frequently to trade Russian coal due to sanctions, according to customs documents. Lenders may have to send dollars to banks in that currency country, or banks they work with, to complete the trade. Payments in US dollars and Emirati dirhams were made for 4 of the 11 ships that traded Russian coal in June. According to 2 sources familiar with the transaction, the other 3 vessels were purchased using yuan and Hong Kong dollars. Do you think that Russia's and India's new shipping routes will have a significant impact on global trade? That's all for this video. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Before you leave, thank you for watching until the very end. If you want to see more of our videos on your homepage, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell on YouTube. Thank you for watching.